I'd like to have Karen Krieger come up. As I said, she is one of the founders of the KLS Support UK group, and she's going to tell you a little bit about her.
Hi everybody. I followed on the last time at the last conference, and it was a very moving experience, and I'm feeling the same again today. Thank you, Donna, everybody. So, microphone is much bigger my height. Is that better, everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, and I hope you can understand my accent. So, KLS Support UK. Adele, Annette, and I met initially in 2011, when each of us had children in episodes, and it had taken us collectively 15 years to find a diagnosis. So we decided to set up KLS Support UK to help other families who found themselves in a similar situation. We knew they were out there, we just didn't know how many of them there were. Professor Beverly Hunt, who is a consultant rheumatologist, joined us as a trustee in 2012, and she too has a child with KLS. Annette, who some of you may know from Facebook, stepped down as a trustee a few months ago. Sadly, she has health problems. So, KLS Support UK is a small charity which has three main aims, very similar to the KLS Foundation. One, to provide support to people with KLS and their families in the UK. Two, to raise awareness of KLS in the UK amongst the medical profession and the general public. And three, to support medical research with the aim of finding the cause, treatment, and ultimately the cure for KLS. And we collaborate with KLS and other groups such as rare disease organisations to further these aims. We're in contact with KLS grants, and we are proud to be associated with the KLS Foundation. So how do we provide support? Well, first, like the KLS Foundation, through our website, which we keep updated with relevant and current information on KLS and issues that relate to KLS families, including our leaflet. As KLS is so rare, the greatest challenge is for people to get a diagnosis of KLS. So we have been working to get a list of doctors who have an understanding of KLS. It can still take time to get through our medical system and reach these particular doctors, but we hope that diagnosis time is now greatly reduced. We are really fortunate to have fantastic medical advisors who are interested in KLS, despite how rare it is. Professor Paul Greengrass, Dr. Michael Farquhar, who actually came to the first KLS Foundation conference 4 years ago, and Dr. Guy Leschner run a clinic in London for excessive sleep disorders, including KLS. Dr. Kathy Hill runs a similar clinic in Southampton, and they liaise together, and we have other medical advisors as well. Another way we provide support is by holding a meeting for KLS families each year. The first was in the north, in Manchester, where our medical advisors, Paul Greengrass and Kathy Hill, were hosting the International Paediatric Sleep Conference. We were extremely privileged to hear the world's leading experts on KLS, Professor Emmanuel Mignot and Dr. Isabelle Arnould, who have amazing knowledge and understanding of KLS, as you will shortly hear. The second and third meetings were held at St Thomas's Hospital in London, where the clinic is, and the speakers were the medical advisors Paul, Guy and Mike, and we also had an educational specialist come and talk to help families, and some researchers. Our meeting this year will be a more informal event in the South in September. As everyone in this room, I hope, is realising, meeting with people who truly understand KLS is a very powerful and moving and hopefully useful experience. We also provide support through newsletters, telephone calls, emails, and of course Facebook, and we're happy to put families in contact with each other. So, how do we raise awareness? Well, for such a small and rare condition, we actually receive lots of media requests through our website, and we direct these requests to families who we know are keen or willing to tell their KLS story. We work with these families and the media companies and newspapers if required, and Adele Clark has been involved in some of those radio interviews. Thanks to those families who've taken part, which we know is not an easy undertaking, there have been some worthwhile programs about KLS. Some of you may have seen the programs about Louisa Hall, and more recently Beth Goodyear. And this week even, Janine Goodyear her mum was on the radio yet again. If not, there are links to these stories on our website. By keeping KLS in the media, we hope that undiagnosed families can be helped to find a diagnosis and get support. We also think it's important to raise awareness amongst doctors, because some people go to various doctors before they get to the relevant doctor. In my case, I took my son to 9 specialists. So we've taken stands at 3 conferences for sleep specialists and neurologists, and we will continue to target other doctors that we think are relevant. How do we support research? Well, Steve's just been telling you the problem for research for many of the doctors is that it is such a small community of patients, so it takes some time to learn about KLS. So our most important role in supporting research is to develop a database of people with KLS in the UK. We therefore encourage families to complete our contact form on the website so that we have an up-to-date database for research purposes. As a result of this, we are aware of 97 people with or who have had KLS in the UK, and a further 41 looking for a diagnosis. We've also provided information to our families about the research at Stanford, and in Manchester we gave families the opportunity to give blood samples which Marley Ireland took back to Stanford. We've also provided families with the chance to take part in 2 UK research projects, which have not been KLS specific, but it is hoped that through those projects they will find out about KLS. One of these is the Genomics England project, which is running a genome type for families with rare conditions. And before I came up, I made contact with that researcher who told me that it's possible for families in other parts of the world to take part in the Genomics England project if they have a relative in the UK. So if that applies to anyone here and they are interested, to come and see me and I will let you have the details. So, we couldn't do any of this without the donations and fundraising efforts of KLS families and friends. There are people running 10Ks, marathons, and miles in between from the north to the south of the UK. And this March, the KLS Support UK group even ran around our Olympic Park. I'll start it, it doesn't matter. Oh. Finally, I would like to thank the KLS Foundation for putting KLS on the map and for all their support, our UK medical advisors who have taken KLS so very seriously, all those KLS families raising funds and keeping KLS in the public eye and supporting one another, and last but not least, my fellow UK trustees. Thank you.